over the weekend, social media just exploded with like whether you're a Rihanna fan, Zuck's outfit,
Bill Gates,
everyone
Clinton's
talking Clinton. I mean,
Ivanka,
Illuminati,
Kushner.
right? At this Indian gentleman's wedding. Now, I don't know anything about this guy.
So Mukesh Ambani is the richest man in India. He's a metric for the Indian economy.
So
he owns everything.
The company's called Reliance Industries.
His dad was a gas station attendant and built this monstrosity.
Energy, telecom, retail.
That guy must
It's an incredible story. Mukesh Ambani's son is getting married in July, and they did the pre-wedding celebration. It's basically an engagement party.
Oh, that's not the wedding?
No.
I thought that was the wedding.
They're taking over an Italian city in July.
Is obnoxious.
Yep.
And I went and looked at specifically Indian Twitter to see the comments. All positive. Only negative comments were from non-people in India.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, group chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Oh, I have something to talk about. Here, how about this? Let's open with this. Everyone go check out our YouTube, where apparently everyone thinks I'm a Trump guy.
Yeah.
So I've been encouraging everyone to go check out our YouTube so that you can comment on the episodes and we can see what you guys think. I regret saying that because now there's a campaign started that I'm a big closeted Trump guy.
I love commentary from our listeners.
Me too.
Because it's the realest response of...
Yeah, because they don't know us.
Yeah, plus they're pretty funny.
No, they do. If how we talk is how they think we are, then that's how we come
they know
off.
us pretty well.
Yeah, it's right.
Like I probably have people I consider good friends that have listened to me talk less than Kathy's.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's actually a pretty accurate representation of who we are.
Right.
So when they see that, they're like, oh.
Yeah, maybe I am a Trump guy.
Drama's a Trump guy.
Yeah, they know me. But that's what's going on in YouTube.
The comments are great. I love them. They're very insightful.
Yeah. And for the YouTubers, I'm not a Trump guy. I'm just a little stuck here. I'm not an anybody guy.
I'm RFK.
Right. But good luck following that.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Into the abyss in November.
Whatever. I don't care. My vote will go to RFK.
That's fair.
You think he's going to be on the ballot in California?
I'll protest if he's not.
You're going to protest?
You should take a sign.
Where, Pan Pacific Park?
Yeah, I'm going to Pan Pacific Park. That seems to be a hotbed for protests.
Is there a lot of protests there?
Oh, yeah.
It's just a lot of people. I think that's what he's...
No, it's just where people congregate to start protests.
I mean, that is actually where...
Is there signs?
George
Is there a
Floyd.
lot of Gaza signs and stuff at Pan Pacific?
Well, they did do a little... they did that to disrupt the Grove.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was at the Grove when that happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're going to take a shot and try to jam some stuff up, go to the Grove. I mean, if you want to block traffic, the 101 or the Grove.
Yeah.
What are you guys up to, D? Did you say you went camping?
Yeah. So the last 3 years, my kids' preschool has done a camping trip. Now my oldest is in kindergarten, so that's basically elementary school.
Right.
They do a camping trip.
I remember you did this last year. We kind of talked about it, right?
Yeah, and so the preschool's camping trip is typically at El Capitan, which is in north of Santa Barbara in Goleta.
Okay.
Really awesome. Like they have these little, it's not real camping, it's glamping basically. You have little cabins, centralized areas. It's a good time.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, I have fun.
Really?
It's really fun.
Wow.
So glamping means what in camping?
Camping means like you pitch a tent and you're wiping your ass with like
glamping
bark.
Is glamorous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have air. You said you have air conditioning.
Well, I mean heating this weekend.
Whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, you basically
your own toilet.
Yeah, you have your own toilet. Yeah. So it's like little kids to go camping is, in my opinion, stupid. But people do it.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, and with the bathroom alone is such an issue.
Right.
He took both kids.
Yeah. So this was now in an area even north of Goleta, I think called Boylton or something. Okay. And they have this thing called Flying Flags, RV and camping grounds.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
What kind of flags are you flying? Ukraine?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Goddamn American.
Really?
Oh yeah.
No Ukraine flags? No. Wow. Okay, but why Flying Flags is just the name of the...
Is the name of the park.
Okay.
And so it's huge. These properties are huge. Like El Capitan. El Capitan, I believe, is run by like the state, and Flying Flags feels like it's privately owned.
Got it.
It's really nice. Like each little cabin, they're tiny little, they're like basically one bedroom with a loft so your kids can sleep up the loft.
Yeah.
And they're tiny. They're like a few hundred square feet max.
And do they love it? Like, is it an adventure to them?
Yeah, because it's like in the case of my my oldest, it's his kindergarten class. It was like 55 families.
Mm-hmm.
Average family has 4 people.
Yeah.
So,
200
wife,
people.
2 kids.
Yeah.
And so it's basically damn near 200 people.
Right.
And
it's just that it must be all like their friends and...
yeah, it's really fun. So they have activities planned for the kids.
Yeah.
So everything from like little races, competitions to like full on go play soccer, go play basketball. So Dominic, I'm not joking. We got to the breakfast area at 7:15 on Saturday morning. We got there Friday evening.
Yeah.
Pouring rain. We couldn't do anything. So dude, it's so crazy. One of the families brought 2 tents, luckily.
Yeah.
Outdoor like canopy tents.
Yeah.
And we stuck all the kids underneath that came early on Friday.
Yeah.
They had rented a screen that you could project on. They watched Super Mario Brothers 3, pouring fucking rain. Like, it was so insane.
So everything's under a tent?
No, just this, because like, it's not supposed to be, but
Right.
the rain just was so crazy that we just put all the kids on the tent. They're like pouring rain and they're just like shivering, watching, whatever.
Yeah.
But they had a blast, got popcorn, whatever. Saturday, this is so crazy. Dominic, we get there at 7:15 in the morning. From 7:15 in the morning till 7:30 p.m., this guy played sports.
All different
Soccer,
12 hours.
basketball.
And wasn't tired.
Oh, I mean, at the complete meltdown at the end of the night.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous because he barely ate either. You don't understand. Today, we got home at like around noon.
Yeah.
Because we left maybe 9:30, 10.
Yeah.
This guy, I've never seen him eat so much food. Like, he ate food like he went and ran a marathon.
Yeah.
It was
Because he was just having too much fun to even think about
No,
it.
he couldn't, like, his mind couldn't process. We sat him down to put some food in him.
Yeah.
And all he could do was just look at his friends and be like, I cannot believe I'm eating this goddamn food when my friends are playing.
Yeah.
And so, they had like 3-legged race, and it was really well done, and like food, and it was, and then by the way, like in the evening, parents are drinking, having a great time.
Yep.
It is, you know what my big takeaway is? It is so much, I would assume, because I wasn't a parent when, the 80s.
Yeah.
It is so much more fun to be a parent now.
Yeah. Why?
It's just like
Like, what do you think they do now that they didn't do in the 80s?
here's what I think, because like even in the preschool,
I know what the preschool costs.
but every preschool costs
But
that.
tell me why.
know,
tell me
But
what the,
every single preschool in LA costs that much money.
yeah, but that's a very small population.
No, but here's the real reason. It's nothing to do with the money. It is everything to do with, I believe that many things in life, like people would go and everything people do that was always kind of difficult earlier in life, 30, 40 years ago, the new age people are like, why don't we just make it more fun?
Right.
Whatever it is. Right. Going to a basketball game is more fun today than it was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Doing anything is more fun now.
With money. The caveat is money.
Yeah. Do you think
So you don't think kids at public school parents are not having fun? That's insane.
Not
feel like they're
compared
probably
to what you're
fist fighting like on the school trip?
I don't think. I think the public school in Somar is having as much fun as what you just described this weekend.
I wonder. I legitimately wonder.
I think in general, parents are having more fun. I think they're enjoying being parents, and they're just like, fuck it, we're here. We're going to spend all this time with the kids.
Right.
Why not have fun?
What do you think would cause that would be different from the 80s?
I think in general, like when you look at like things happening in the world, I think people just want to have more fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think
it's kind of like, this is kind of a joke and kind of not. Like, I've heard a few stories about like in Israeli culture, they have a lot of fun. It's like in
everything
the
is
culture,
fun.
but part of it is because the constant risk of bombs. It was sort of in the culture.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that a little bit. Like everyone kind of has this feeling of like, I don't know. It's all going to end soon. Everyone's robbing and stealing from the government. We're in wars.
Well,
Trump's about to be our president again. Let's just fucking have fun.
That's an interesting point because maybe this is all accelerated in the last 3 years.
Maybe. I mean, credit card debt's high. Everyone's debt's high. Government debt's high. Maybe everyone's just like, fuck it, dude.
Might as well have fun.
What's it matter? There could be another pandemic that could shut this whole shit down next year.
No, I do think there's an element of that people are just basically afraid of just everything being taken away again.
Right. So why not just have fun?
So they just go have fun.
Yeah.
I agree. But
that could be possible.
I think the school thing is skewed.
So you think that...
I would like to hear from people around the country.
Yeah. Curious Ohio
who,
again on this
they
one.
go to different types of schools, whether it's private, public, whatever it is. When the parents get together, is it more fun? Because I believe it is. I think our generation of parenting is just different.
Yeah.
You're in a silo.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm just, this is my assumption.
We'll take a poll.
We'll take a poll. Because I think, because I know the silo because I'm like half in, half out. And
I disagree. I want to hear. Let's hear from people in our. Actually, I know plenty of friends who send their kids to public schools in the Valley. They're having fun at their school events.
What's your take on it? Or what's your perspective on it?
My perspective is that when you have a bunch of rich parents hanging out and they take them to Santa Barbara in this glamping situation, it's fun.
Yeah.
That's not happening in the LUSD.
You guys went to public school, right?
Yeah, we didn't do
that's
any
your
of this
point
shit.
of reference. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's unfortunate because
we didn't.
it is such
That,
because like my kids did
how
not
much did the
look at a
weekend cost?
screen.
How much did the weekend cost?
I'm not going to share that.
So that's the point.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not sharing that.
I mean, I'm not sold either way here. I think we have to do a little poll.
Yeah, I think we have to do a poll because I think in general, parenting is just more fun than it was 30 years ago. I think people are enjoying it. Like, put it like this.
I think the Harvard Westlake parent enjoyed it 30 years ago.
Here's the thing that I
that
think
could
is
be true.
different.
Yeah.
I think in general, particularly fathers are way more engaged today than they've ever been. And so that changes
But that's not statistically true.
I think
that's actually not true.
No,
You
fathers
might be
are
in a
definitely
bubble.
more engaged.
Says what though?
I've literally read stuff. So many people saying that like millennial fathers are more engaged than previous generations. You don't feel that?
I mean, number one, I'm not around any fathers.
But you
like
are
with
though.
their kids, meaning like I'm not seeing
I know, but like
rich people.
I don't think that's
I know
statistically
really
true.
rich people.
I
with
don't think
kids.
that's statistically true.
What?
That fathers are more engaged. Like, sure, rich guys are more engaged.
Yeah, this could be. I'm not saying for sure.
Yeah.
But you could be live from the bubble right now.
Okay, so then rich fathers are more engaged now.
Fine.
Fair statement.
Fair statement.
Won't argue that.
And it's only going to help more rich kids then.
Because a non-rich person can't be engaged because they have to fucking work.
Yes, but that's, you don't, let me tell you, the workforce in America is not working 12 hours a day. I am fucking working 12 hours a day. The average American is working fucking 8 hours a day. 8
Yeah, but
hours. There's enough time to spend time with your children when you work 8 hours a day.
But like, for instance, you can't reconcile that with the same data point that life expectancy is going down, especially for males.
Exactly.
Well, that's a very specific.
That's
reason.
national.
I'm just saying, like,
That's the numbers.
In my school, because my mom still is involved in the school where I went to high school, she tells me it feels like anytime I would ask that, like, so-and-so's dad committed suicide, so-and-so's dad OD'd on fentanyl. Yeah. So there's always a story, and like the teachers are rallying around this kid.
Demographic issue?
No, that's a national issue.
But that's the majority of the country.
That's the majority of the country. You're talking about like 3,000 people in West Hollywood and Beverly Hills.
No, like
you're
50,000.
You're like Gavin Newsom at French Laundry, being like, no, it's not so bad, and like there's war and homeless and
I'll
robberies.
caveat it by then. we're going to end up in a severe inequality problem. Way worse than we already are. Yeah, it's because I just saw 50 families with very engaged fathers who are literally involved with every single thing with their kid.
Right.
And if that's not happening,
that's not happening.
That's not happening.
That's not happening.
No, I'm saying it is.
That's happening in elite, rich private schools.
No, but that's not true. There's middle class families where fathers are engaged. That's a ridiculous statement.
No, they do exist. But
they do exist, but
is
not like the way you're saying that this is this like total like colossal like.
No, I didn't say. No, I said I believe fathers are more engaged than they were 30 years ago.
Rich fathers are engaged more than they were 30 years ago.
You can't prove what I'm saying.
No, we can because the life expectancy is going down.
But that has nothing to do with fathers being engaged.
No,
okay,
they're
so
not going to be engaged.
At the end of the day, today on this podcast, we don't know. So that's your feeling. And Anand's feeling is essentially the opposite. And mine is, we really don't know. There's a chance that is exactly the point of like when you live in these bubbles and don't realize how bad it might be outside. Or maybe we're wrong. Maybe the pandemic and social media or whatever it is has everyone feeling a little more.
You had 2 years to be very engaged with your kid. Every father on earth had 2 years to be engaged. You were not allowed to leave your house.
Right. And I do get a sense that there is a general feeling of like, let's enjoy our lives. Yes. I do feel that. Yeah. But that's just a feeling, not any data.
Yeah, I just think it's barbelled.
Right. It probably is. But either way, I'm glad you saw it. I'm glad it exists somewhere.
Yeah.
And it obviously made you like feel really good and see how important it is.
I mean, I'll tell you, for my children, it was unbelievable. Like we don't really allow them to play on iPads or do any of that shit to begin with.
Yeah.
But like the fact that like I was talking to one of the dads because he literally, we had to pull him off the field.
Yeah.
Pitch dark.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, this is so awesome.
Yeah.
That all he cares about is being outside, playing sports, being with friends.
Right.
Didn't even think, it doesn't matter what it was. He was playing Frisbee. 5 seconds later, I see him doing tug of war. Right. 5 seconds later, I'm watching him play basketball.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it was. Whoever was out on the field, he was down to play. It was
the fucking 6-year-old Olympics this weekend.
No, he literally was. It was like decathlon for kids.
Yeah.
But it was so awesome. So if you live in California, Flying Flags and El Capitan are actually extremely inexpensive. So Flying Flags on a normal weekend is $75 a night.
Oh, that's cool. To stay in the same things you guys stayed in.
Yes. Yeah. $75.
That's reasonable.
That's awesome.
It's insane. You can't go to Disneyland for $75. We stayed in one room.
Yeah. Was there a lot of full families, moms and dads?
Yeah. I mean, I would say 90%.
Wow. Okay.
And by the way, like the thing about it is it's fun.
Yeah.
It's just like literally fun.
It really is fun.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know a lot of the parents at the new school. Like we're new.
Yeah.
But it's like you're outside 5, 6 o'clock. You have a couple cocktails. You're just like, it's a good time.
Yeah. How do they handle the cocktail situation? Like, is there like an adult bar?
No, you basically, that's in your room.
Right.
Yeah.
So everyone brought their own?
Yeah. And then there was a centralized area in the evening for the parents.
Right.
To like have a glass of wine, whatever, s'mores.
All the kids are in bed.
Like all the parents are singing camp songs and like playing. They're so talented because in LA they're like in an entertainment. Yeah. They know how to play the guitar. Right. They're like beautiful voices. Yeah. I was like, fuck, this is so good.
This is massive bubble talk. Yeah. This isn't how other schools work.
That's why people listen to this podcast. You talk about going to the Super Bowl. I mean,
right. No, it's fine. Yeah. I'm just saying, but don't compare this to like an national
I'm talking
thing.
about my experience, dude.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
I'm allowed to enjoy my life. Yeah. I work fucking hard for it. Yeah. I can enjoy my life.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you should enjoy your life, enjoy your kids, enjoy the rich private school stuff, but that's not the national dialogue.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just said the only statement I said, I think fathers are more engaged and parents are having more fun. Right. That is not
in like a very silo. Right, I don't think that's true.
But look, it is what it is. I don't even think Dee's willing to die on that hill. Yeah. I think the point is, regardless, not to be all deep about it, but like you saw how good it felt. You saw how cool it was.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much schools across the country are like, even just getting kids outside like that.
Yeah.
Because it must be interesting to see how much your kids probably would prefer to be on an iPad all day.
By the way,
if you'd let
not
them.
one fucking iPad the whole weekend I saw. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's so awesome. Just being outside. And we had bad weather, unfortunately. It rained like 75% of the time.
Yeah.
But it didn't phase these kids. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I recommend, like, if you can get like a crew of families, and even if you don't live in California, $75 a night.
Yeah.
It's fucking a steal. And it's like Disneyland for kids.
Yeah.
Grassy fields, swimming pool, a playground. Like, they got pizza, whatever. It's like the most basic shit, but like they have it.
Yeah.
It's like not far from the beach if you want to go to the beach.
So they love it. So like this time next year, they're going to be like, yes.
We're going to the other kids' school in 2 weeks back.
Back to the same place?
El Capitan.
Similar? Wow. Okay, that's good. Okay. Anand, what did you have?
Disneyland.
You went to Disneyland?
No, I'm going tomorrow.
Okay, tell us.
So
With the kids, obviously?
I got some intel because I know you've done the guide.
Yeah.
And I know you've done the guide.
Yeah.
And I've been told, unless you're very famous, your cousin's very famous.
Yeah.
Which is why.
But I did it once without him.
Really?
Yeah. But keep going. I'm curious what the take is.
And you have very different.
Yeah.
The guide's useless now.
I don't believe that.
Unless you're very famous.
No.
Why now?
So I had a friend, a very rich friend, that booked a guide
Okay.
a month ago and was like, it literally was like fast pass. We didn't get any special treatment.
What was the day of the weekend?
It was a weekday.
I don't believe that. Everyone I know who books the guide.
But I think that, like, look, if your kid.
Talk about bubble talk. This guy talking about a $9,000 fucking guide.
No, but
This guy's like, you're in a fucking bubble. Okay, listen, I heard the guide's not worth it.
I'm okay with being honest about everything.
Right. I get it.
That's all.
But stay focused. What's the...
So what I've been told.
So you're going peasant.
I'm just doing fast pass.
Look, try it and we'll see what happens. Maybe something changed, but I went with my group of friends.
Did you book it under your name?
Yeah, but I'm not, people don't.
So it was really funny.
Yeah, you're not booking under drama.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But also people don't, like, I can walk through Disneyland without anyone. Rob may be a different story, but I'd have no problem. It's not a fame thing, but it just feels like you ask where you want to go. They know the route. They know, like, if you're going to do this, then do that, and then do this after, and then we'll go over there. That's the best time to be over there. And then you skip all the lines. That's pretty much, Fast Pass. Maybe it's navigating the park a little easier. It felt pretty great to me. It felt the same with Rob as it did with me and my friends.
But Rob gets to, like, go to the side and get his kids right into the ride, right?
Yeah, but we did too. I did on my experience.
Everyone who's taken the pass, I know.
My experience with Rob was the same as with me exactly. And I could tell they didn't give a shit.
How long ago was that?
Who I was. Post-COVID, probably a year and a half.
So bleep this name out. Went a month ago with the guide. He said it was useless.
Maybe you got a bad guide.
You got a bad guide.
Maybe a busy day, a bad guide. I don't know. Maybe it got shitty.
Then you know how bad the Fast Pass is? It's significantly worse.
I'll report.
Because Fast Pass is what? It's just like a Fast Pass line, right?
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way
that's better than a guide.
There's no way.
No, it's not better. He's just
the same. There's no way it's the same.
No, it's not.
There's no way. I think our friend was...
He got screwed?
He got a bad day, bad guide, and was exaggerating.
He might have gone on a busy day and just... It's like ski week in Orange County or something.
Because I'm telling you, there was no difference in how they treated Rob's experience and how they treated mine. And I'll jump in the bubble here. I couldn't imagine. If you told me, hey, we're all going to Disneyland, we all got fast passes, I'd be like, good luck, bro.
Yes,
let me know when you got that guide. Because it's different. I don't know. But try tomorrow and see.
Yeah, tomorrow, no guide.
And if it sucks,
I'm,
go guide.
I'm a normal person tomorrow.
I mean, look, all of your metrics are up. I don't know what your portfolio looks like, but I know it's double what it was 6 months ago.
Yeah,
so
sure.
go without the guide.
Why are you not getting a guide?
If it sucks,
What,
go again
you're
with the
penny
guide.
wise, pound foolish.
Yeah,
You're
we'll
a
see.
cheapskate, huh?
A cheapskate.
He's trying to act
cheap
like he's not
Indian.
in the bubble. That's
By the
what
way,
he's
you know who's not a cheap Indian? Mukesh Ambani.
doing. Not at all.
Can we talk about this? So this is a pre-wedding.
Pre-wedding.
This isn't the wedding.
It's like an
They're
engagement party.
They're taking over an Italian city in July.
So just a little bit of more preface, because I don't even know anything about
Okay.
this guy either, but over the weekend, social media just exploded with like whether you're a Rihanna fan, Zuck's outfit,
Bill Gates,
everyone
Clinton's,
talking Clinton, I mean,
Ivanka,
Illuminati,
Kushner.
right. At this Indian gentleman's wedding. Now, I don't know anything about this guy. I know he's
So Mukesh Ambani is the richest man in India.
okay.
He's basically, just call it like, he's a metric for the Indian economy.
So
He owns everything.
the company's called Reliance Industries. It's an incredible.
India's reliant on him.
Yeah, very. He basically was a grandfather.
It's his dad.
His dad.
His dad was a gas station attendant
Nice.
and built this monstrosity.
Energy, telecom, retail.
That guy must just
It's
be
an incredible story. And
There's like a great Bollywood movie about it. I forget the name, but I mean, anyone can Google it and find it.
They're famously known for their house in Mumbai, which is $1 billion. Like,
And the brothers hate each other.
Is that I remember there was always this image of like this like castle and then surrounded by kind of slums.
yeah, that's their house.
Yeah, that's their house.
Love it.
So, anyways, Mukesh Ambani's son Anant got, he's getting married in July, and they did the pre-wedding celebration. It's basically an engagement party.
Oh, that's not the wedding?
No.
The wedding isn't even this week?
No.
Damn.
So, what's interesting about this thing, it's really funny because, like, if that wedding had happened in America, Americans would completely shit on it and tear it down.
Right.
Completely. Because it's obnoxious. Like, whether you like them or not, the idea of spending probably north of $100 million on a pre-wedding celebration.
I thought that was the wedding.
No,
It's not the wedding. They're taking over an Italian city in July.
Yeah. Is obnoxious.
Yep.
And it's so interesting. So I went and looked at specifically Indian Twitter to see the comments.
What's a positive?
All positive. Only negative comments were from non people in India.
So people just basically are like,
white ladies.
It's like pride
It's pride.
that we're
Bill
an
Gates
Indian.
came, Mark Zuckerberg
Zuckerberg.
came.
That's what we used to have.
What?
We used to be that way.
Yeah, and what's interesting is like, when you look at every comment, because I now TikTok has got me like every fucking clip is goddamn wedding or pre-wedding, and I always click to the comments because I'm curious to see what people are saying. If you look at the names, all the Indians, nothing negative.
They're all happy.
They're happy and they're excited, and it's all generally very positive.
Yeah. Because they're on the way up.
So I know I told you the answer.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yep.
Rihanna.
Yep.
What's her plus? She got paid $10 million, which is publicly reported.
Jesus.
How many people did she bring to the wedding?
Do you know
I
the
know this for
answer?
a fact.
Oh, you know the answer.
Yeah, because one of our friends, our mutual friends, we all know him.
Yeah.
He's part of the crew.
Listen to the pod.
Listen to the pod. Take a guess.
Can't wait to hear who's the person.
Bleep it out.
Well, look, I'm just go with my honest guess. My guess was going to be 25.
130. They sent her a 777. He sent me the video of the plane
He was
that
on
they
it?
boarded.
How does she even know 130 people? Who are these people?
She did a concert.
I mean, let's
But
say
what's that
50
matter? Oh, you're saying all the crew.
dancers.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
the
50
crew.
dancers and then 80 friends. What's the
A chef. She's not eating that food.
But you got to get to
I mean, you
80.
saw
You
that
just named
family.
one person.
She's not trying to eat that.
Can you
Mukesh
imagine?
Ambani diet.
Can you imagine that negotiation? Like, yeah, it's me plus 130.
There might have not been any. It looked like there was no negotiation.
There's no
It was, hey,
negotiation.
what's the number?
Yeah.
100? No, sorry, it's going to be 130. Oh, so
I was like, I should have just been 131.
Yeah.
Gone to the wedding.
Right. What does our friend do? Our friend's part of the
in music, touring event.
That
was a shocking number. He was texting me. He was showing me photos of like Zuck and Ivanka and Kushner. He was literally texting me from the wedding, and I was like, is it just you and security? What's going on? And he goes, no, it's 130 people.
So they all took the plane.
Yes, he showed me. He was boarding the plane.
I wonder if they were like, we'll send you like a BBJ, and then like, nah, we're gonna need the 777 for this. That's crazy. Can I?
So
I mean, the concert looked amazing.
So
Rihanna never performs.
Here are a couple takes.
Yeah,
because like I said, I genuinely think it was obnoxious, but I was watching Anant Ambani's speech. I watched like his pre-winning intro speech, and it's interesting because like he's like this billionaire rich kid, and you would expect him to look like that.
Yep,
he does not. He's a big guy.
Big boy.
He's eating what he's eating.
Yeah.
And they kept seeing this clip of like my life has not been a bed of roses, which is an interesting thing to say.
He said that.
Yeah, in his speech.
I didn't see that.
So I was like, you shit roses.
Right.
Right. So
in the bed, probably.
So I started looking him up, and he's had some health issues with asthma, this, that.
Okay.
It's so interesting because no matter how rich you are in the world, if you live in the most polluted country on earth, you still have fucking asthma issues.
Yeah, you can't
escape that, right? Second, the thing that
I think he lives in Dubai.
But he grew up in India.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you develop, I have asthma, you develop it as a child.
Right.
And I was like very intrigued with his speech because one, I think like the fact that he's big throws me off. I'm going to be honest.
Meaning that he has all the resources in the world to
and
be
he was skinny a few years ago.
No, I think he's been big for a while.
There's a picture of him. I mean, I'm so deep in TikTok with this kid.
Okay.
There was a very rail thin picture of him. So it's clear that he has health issues. I don't know what they are outside of asthma. And they said that he took steroids and that's why he's bigger.
Yep. Prednisolone gets you fat. Yep.
Okay. So, maybe that's what it is. But then, like I was kind of hating, I'll be honest. I was hating. I was like, why is this guy so fat? Like, whatever.
Yeah, you didn't like that he was fat.
Yeah. And then I watched his speech.
And he turned you?
He turned me. He's a really sweet guy.
What else about it other than my life hasn't been a bed of roses?
So let's talk about the dichotomy.
Yeah.
D hated him because he was fat.
Yeah.
And rich.
Very rich. He's worth $100 billion.
Yeah.
So what turned you
right
in his speech?
So I watched the entirety of the speech. I got served today.
How long was it?
15 minutes, whatever.
Oh, wow. That long?
It was long.
Was Rihanna on stage?
No. It was just him and his fiance, Radhika. And I watched the whole thing and I was like, man, this is a sweet kid. I like him.
Really?
He's a really sweet.
Like you'd want to hang out with him.
Well, you definitely want to hang out with him.
No, obviously, it's separate from the $100 billion.
Yeah, I mean, like he's not my type of friend. My friends, we talk shit. We're kind of pieces of shit. Like that's our vibe.
I'm sure he
probably
is too.
would not do well with us, but
I think you'd be surprised. I heard your pre-wedding speech too. You sounded like a sweet guy.
Yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe he's a phony.
Right. He might just be charming.
Don't you think this is all scripted? You literally got fooled by this?
No, but here's where I think.
If they're spending whatever $100 million on this 3-day thing, you think they didn't get fucking Aaron Sorkin to write the speech?
Yeah, he knows the world's going to hear that thing.
I know, but like even the delivery matters. We know that. We saw Zuck pre-UFC,
right.
Post-UFC.
That's fair though. I mean, I'm not mad at you.
He turned me.
You know what? I like him. You know what the most interesting thing about the weekend of this Indian wedding look, I know Zuck has business with Reliance. I know
Everyone does.
everyone does in India.
Yeah.
My point is, Zuck's worth whatever 120 billion.
Yeah.
He still thinks he needs to show up.
Right. So that was going to be my question. My question, because I honestly don't understand, is this because India is such a massive emerging market and he's probably one of the best people to know
For sure.
if you're trying to take advantage of that? Like, why would the world?
I think it's a combination
why is the
of-
Illuminati at this guy's fucking engagement
So
party?
I think two things. One, I think India is the biggest opportunity in the world because I've said it before. Two, I think everyone's looking around and be like, it's probably going to be a damn good time.
I know, but my point is like, you're Zuck and Priscilla. You're worth 150 billion.
They're not going to fun shit, though. Those two are not going to fun shit. Jared and Ivanka are going to fun shit.
Right.
Yeah, Jared and Vic are in Palm Beach chilling.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
Wouldn't you
They
rather
go to
be
plenty
at?
of
no,
parties.
they, for them, it's business.
Yeah.
For Mark and Priscilla, they're looking around and being like,
They get
this
treated like-
motherfucker's fighting every weekend, right? We just made like $500 billion in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Can we have some fun?
Yeah, that's fair.
I just
That's fair.
Even Bill Gates.
I know.
Bill Gates is like, you're done.
Yeah.
Like you're not even in business anymore.
Yeah.
And you want to show up.
I think
He's trying to
I
vax
don't
that
get-
country. He's like, look at all these arms.
Yeah.
Fucking
Give me an arm, let me jab.
What?
I
He was probably in the morning time just jabbing people.
Just jab, wake
think
up,
about-
jab.
Think about all of us, right? You make whatever fortune you make.
Mm-hmm.
Would you show up to just random Indian dude's wedding?
I think
Engagement?
Yeah, I mean,
You would. I know drama. 100%.
well, you know I wouldn't. Yeah, you know I wouldn't. But I like D would.
I would go.
D loves a good time.
Rihanna?
He doesn't even have to bring his wallet. I'm sure Zuck didn't even bring a wallet.
Yeah.
He's like the D of
By
that
the
wedding.
way, I'm going to say something. Zuck looked great.
I'm telling you, jiu-jitsu changed that guy's life.
You know, I was
Well,
talking
this
to-
is fresh off the ACL.
I was
right?
I was talking to our cousin today who works at Facebook, and we were he was saying that, like, you know, at like all hands meetings, this guy shows up, his ears bitten off, he's bloody,
Yeah.
fucking, and I was telling him, I'm like, no matter what, this is for men, specifically for men.
Yeah.
You could do everything in your life. When you physically could beat the shit out of someone,
Yeah.
you feel differently.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you know you can just wake up and fight someone,
Yeah.
your confidence goes through the roof. And I
And
think with Zuck, his confidence went through the roof
Yeah.
after, you know, MMA.
Yeah.
And just like I saw like 2-3 outfits, whatever he wore this weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, the kid looks good.
Yeah. And you know, in his world, because, you know, he's hanging out with MMA fighters and shit. Those guys are tapping him out really easily. But he goes back to his world.
Oh, yeah.
Where he
Yeah.
could fuck up
He could fuck up Sundar.
everybody.
Boom.
Sundar, easy.
He's killing
little
Sundar.
bitch.
Google's done.
Oh my God. He is.
He's killing Tim Cook.
Yeah, he's
So
killing.
he's walking around in his little, you know, Hawaiian button up,
Yeah.
like, fuck you pussies.
Yeah.
And I think, and look, I also think a slightly like less funny version of what you said is I do think it's like, it kind of goes back to Dom and your kids this weekend is like, there's no way around pushing yourself physically. Like
Yeah.
that just adds an element to your character that you can't get obviously from becoming one of the richest people in the world.
No.
If that didn't do for his confidence what jiu-jitsu did, that's insane.
No, I
But
know.
like,
That's
he
insane.
also got ripped. And like, you know, he has worked really fucking hard. He sees his body changing. He sees that he's stronger. And he's like, man, like that's a level of confidence you can't get from a computer.
No, there's nothing more humbling than working out with people that are professional athletes.
Yeah.
And I've had the fortunate to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And you feel like, just like, okay, yeah, I can't do what you guys do.
Yeah. But I would also say you feel that, yes, but you feel like you did a little more. Like, tell me anytime you work out with professional athletes, you don't go back to your normal friends and be like, you guys are pussies.
Yeah.
We did a different thing.
Yeah.
We're a part of something else. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels good. And I don't know, whatever. You could go on a preachy thing about this, but like physical activity and like building your body and challenging yourself physically, there's not really a replacement for it. You saw what it did to one of the richest people in the world. Everyone thinks money, and it will help your confidence. Absolutely. But you can't replace the physical.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, if Cristiano Ronaldo had showed up at that wedding, we wouldn't have seen a picture of Zuck. We wouldn't have seen a picture of fucking anybody else. It wouldn't have. Because Cristiano Ronaldo showed up at the wedding. Like, it would have.
I'm shocked he wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm surprised Elon wasn't there. Guys did everything.
They're like big oil family.
Right. Yeah. Got it.
No, but I want to get back to our cousin because I brought this up in a chat with D. First generation American immigrant, normal job at Facebook, not anything senior. I mean, I don't want to disrespect him. I know this is the pot, but whatever. He got a good job.
Yeah,
he's a fucking millionaire. And he came over after he came over to Dee's house with my mom, and I was just like talking to him about like, hey, what's your package?
Right.
And he's like, hey, I have this much in stock. I was like, wait, you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's worked 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine what his last year was like.
Yeah.
He was just fucking on
No,
this
but I'm just saying
ship.
that's the beauty of America.
I
That's
know,
why
yeah.
everyone wants the blue passport.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's bubble talk too.
Is it? He came from nothing.
I know, but it's bubble in the sense that option is only available.
But
to
he wasn't
highly
an engineer. He was a data scientist.
Okay. I mean, come on.
Yeah. But still, it's the fact that is possible.
I agree. I think everything
I don't
is
think
possible.
that's bubble talk.
Yeah, because it's only for people that worked at the 7 companies. If you worked at the Magnificent 7, you became filthy rich the last 4 years.
I do also think it's kind of relative. Like, I think in Ohio, if you make $200,000 a year, you're your cousin of Ohio, and that's possible there. It's just the fact that it's possible. I agree with that. I think it's slightly bubble, but I think that like the fact that it is possible is what makes this.
In his case, because I talked to him about it as well, his wealth came from the stock appreciating,
Right.
An incredible amount in a timely manner. Right?
Yeah.
He timed his, better, if it was fortuitous or if he just got lucky, he timed his.
But the point, it's possible.
Yes.
Which is not possible. This is why, like, when we talked about Dubai like 10 days ago, like, that's not possible.
I have a really maybe dumb question.
Yeah.
If I'm if I live in India, can I invest in Facebook stock?
Of course. Yeah.
Right. And there's no so if I get a windfall somehow, there's no problem with that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just working some stuff out in my head here.
I don't know. Move to India after the.
You want to move to India, Dubai? No. What do you want to do?
Dubai, maybe.
Let me tell you something about India after this whole thing happened. So I'm obviously clicking all these Indian stories. I start getting served some other stories.
Okay.
Apparently, a Spanish couple this last week was in India. Husband gets held at knife point. Wife gets raped.
Couple from Spain.
Yeah.
Okay.
In what city?
I don't recall. I start looking at the comments filled with women saying that when they went to India, they got groped. They got this. And the basic commentary was the sexual oppression in India was so bad that like it has made it for women particularly uncomfortable to travel by themselves in India. Which I believe, we've seen it firsthand. Like that is a sexually oppressed culture, but it's a democracy, right? Like the Middle East, I would argue, is also a sexually oppressed culture, but it's not democracy.
So I guess what's your point? Your point is basically that you went down the Ambani rabbit hole and you found a dark side of India.
You find the other side of India, which, obviously is not going to be talked about. But this particular video of the Spanish couple had 30 fucking million views. And it was a bunch of people saying, if I'm a single woman, I wouldn't go to India.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know for a fact in New Delhi, in Delhi, you cannot be a single woman roaming the streets at night.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure how to put a bow because we covered so much right there. But
well, if you're a single woman going to a Ambani wedding, you'd be fine.
You're fine. You probably have security.
Yeah, you might have 130 people with you.
And a 777.
Jesus.
I mean, Rihanna was taking picture with some questionable Indians.
What do you mean by questionable?
I mean, go look at you go search Rihanna.
I didn't see ASAP Rocky there. He didn't go. He wasn't part of the 130.
He was in Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
He was in Milan Fashion Week.
Right. He's doing his own thing.
He's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a bunch to cover here that we can easily get through. Here's a big one.
Yep.
Our favorite drug. Big drug guys here on the podcast.
Yep.
Our favorite of all the drugs, Ozempic and Wegovy and the like. You know, it's probably our favorite pharmaceutical topic, I would say, at the moment. We keep talking about it. We keep talking about the effects of it. We keep talking about what it'll do to, you know, the population. Will there be side effects? Will there be whatever? Now, there's a new side effect that's being talked about a lot this week, which is that it could boost the U.S. economy. Boost, I believe I saw the GDP by 1% is the thought. Is that a Goldman Sachs? Who did that?
Yeah, Goldman Sachs.
That's the thought.
The DJ.
The DJ is that now with this, you know, everyone's hot new rockin' bod, you know, you'll be able to get out and about more, get more work done, create more, consume more, not food, but purses and shoes.
So the numbers that Goldman Sachs are saying that Ozempic basically would have a roughly 1% impact on GDP because
let's talk about the GDP of the economy. I think we're 20 trillion?
Probably a little bit more now. Yeah.
So 1%.
Yeah. I think
That's
it might be 30 trillion now. It might even be 30 trillion.
23.32 trillion.
23. Okay.
23 trillion.
We're talking about what, an apple?
Trillion.
An apple.
No. 230 billion.
Sorry, you're right.
230 billion. And I think the thing about that's most fascinating, because I was reading into the rationale why they believe it, how the impact. And I don't know if people understand why they came to that conclusion. It was the amount of people that are out of work for health reasons has an enormous impact on productivity in America. And that with people losing weight and being healthier, we should see a boost in productivity that will lift the GDP of America.
Because they're more productive.
They're more productive.
Because they're not staying home because they're sick.
Because it costs corporations hundreds of billions of dollars a year because America is sick.
But think about the overall economy impact. That's just GDP. Think about how much more you'd consume, you know, trips or new clothes or going out to restaurants.
Can you play the counter?
Can I be the counter argument?
No, the counter argument is healthcare doesn't get as much money.
Right. Of course. Absolutely.
But healthcare affects the U.S. consumer. If they don't spend it on healthcare, it's not that they're saving it. They'll spend the money gets transferred, in my opinion. I think. But
don't you think it's just a transfer of money? Meaning the money that's spent on
I think
healthcare?
the productivity that's different than the actual money. The productivity of Americans will improve the GDP.
I would also argue that
the quantum of capital earned will be higher.
I would argue that healthcare would find a way to adapt to soak up money for new things. Now that, you know, you got skinny, why don't we get you that nose job you've been talking about? You know what I mean? Why don't we
get
this is really dark and I don't know enough about it to really go down this rabbit hole, but there's a whole thing about how gender, like transitioning, is a very lucrative business, and a lot of new places have opened.
Come on down, we'll chop your dick off.
Right, and I think like what I'm saying is that's an example of the medical economy shifting towards the demands.
Yeah.
And I think that I don't know. I mean, who knows? But I would argue that maybe there's a whole new slew of additional services. Hey,
So I think the most interesting part is that like, why I love this article was everyone feels that AI is the most transformative thing of our time. And I saw that people are projecting that it's about 0.5% to 1% of GDP of AI impact. Ozempic is 1%.
but imagine the combo of all these people are going to have all this new energy and no job because AI took it. They're gonna be, I'm ready to work. Sorry, we got robots.
It's really interesting
yes, I agree
because
with
like it's just.
It's kind of like how Monster Energy stock was the best stock over the last decade. It's kind of like, hey, look at the obvious right in front of you.
Yes.
It's the Warren Buffett we talked about in the last pod.
Right.
Like Eli Lilly.
Yeah.
If
Eli Lilly's
Meta's worth $1 trillion, Eli Lilly should be worth $2 trillion. The impact these companies are going to have on humanity, because like Ozempic is such an American thing. Wait till it hits China and Middle East and Europe and India. And
but
like,
we're the fattest, right?
we're definitely the fattest.
No, I think China's obesity is eclipsed in a nominal number than America.
The quantum.
Because there's 1 billion plus people.
Oh, so it's meaningful.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's hot.
Don't worry, everyone is catching up to obesity. That
Just in time, too,
yeah.
for the solution. You know
no
what
one
I mean?
wants to work out.
No one wants that Zuck.
Gym should shut down.
You saw that wedding?
The wedding or him?
I mean, everyone there.
But easy
Half the
solution.
people there.
But look at that market. You know,
but
that
yeah.
looks to me like untapped potential.
Potential.
And it's all rich people that can afford it.
Right. I just, the other thing is I know nothing. I'm not a doctor by any means, know nothing, but I will say I've paid pretty close attention to all of the like pushback about the Ozempic side effects. They don't seem that bad.
Well, it's early.
They seem worth it. I know.
But
You're right.
even the
And they
worst
might be
case,
fine.
No, so I think what's going to happen, here's my prediction.
Yep.
10 years from now, big settlement.
Do you think
it's gonna be
settlement
that bad.
level? I think it'll be like, hey, you know what? It does cause
Cancer, thyroid cancer.
I don't think so. I think it's like brittle bones. If you need to supplement
Well, we
calcium.
already gave the hustle. It's the muscle.
Right. I think that might be.
The legalized
They'll
steroid.
fix that fast
We
enough.
know nothing about this. We're just fucking
We're
having
just
some fun
spitballing.
here. But like, I don't feel like it's a surprise cancer issue. I feel like it's like your general body mass goes down and there's some other
There's side effects of the general body
things
mass
you
going
could
down.
supplement.
Yeah. And I
don't
think
know.
that will rectify so fast. Like, I think the physician administering Ozempic will immediately tell you have to do XYZ because of your body mass issues.
Right. I don't know. Once again, I'm only saying that to say there is a chance this thing is like such a game changer.
I said Ozempic was going to be bigger than AI. I honestly believe it.
It is.
We saw it like this. Zuck started doing MMA and his stock went up 500%.
Yeah. That's everything.
500%.
That's Nancy in
If
Illinois
that was
now.
not 100%, I give that credit to MMA.
Right.
But that's nothing to do with Ozempic, right?
Well, it's
No,
a
but it's
body
doing
change.
physical how you feel.
The difference is, of course, you would get more confidence from actually doing a hard thing, but you still get a confidence boost from looking great and being able to go play with your kids. You know?
Off a torn ACL.
Right. I mean, he's
The beast.
He's great. But did you see Oprah? Did you guys talk about that? Oprah's leaving Weight Watchers.
Yeah. I just saw that though.
Wait, why is she leaving? I didn't see that.
She's an Ozempic gal.
She's a
But Weight
Eli Lilly,
Watchers
bro.
is Ozempic.
Novartis or whatever.
But they have one, you're saying.
Yeah, the CEO of Weight Watchers listens to the pod, emails me about Ozempic all the time.
But don't they have, what is that actual, do they give people Ozempic? Do they have their
administer
own?
GLP-1 drugs. Very different. I think Oprah's like, fuck it, I'm going upstream a little.
She's like, I'm going, what is Sports Illustrated still
She's
available?
got the Travis Kelce deal.
Pfizer?
She's Mr. Pfizer?
No, but like she's going to.
Right.
She's just like, fuck it, let me go get paid even more.
Yeah, because her simply admitting that she took Ozempic is worth $1 billion
Yeah.
to the parent company.
100%.
Just saying, you know what,
So who'd she go to? Sorry, I didn't catch
that
it.
I don't know. I just saw that she admitted she is an Ozempic girl and she is
Can we
leaving Weight
Google that,
Watchers.
Josh? Sorry.
We might not
Oprah
know.
Ozempic.
We might not ever find out. She might have just left Weight Watchers. But you take a bag to just admit Ozempic was the right choice for you. Say, peace out, Weight Watchers. Watch this.
Yeah, what are you weight watching?
What are we watching? Just jab it in there and let's move on. You don't got to watch anything.
We're jab culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think the COVID vaccine accelerated people being okay with Ozempic jabs?
Absolutely not. I think COVID vaccine is the worst marketing tactic of all time.
No, meaning like everyone's just like, yeah, let's go get a jab.
No, we've been getting jabs.
No, I know. Well, I mean, we get flu jabs, but like.
So once again, we don't know it all, but my take would be I think it probably made people way more suspicious of jabs.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, you think it? Okay.
The opposite impact.
Yeah.
The opposite impact. But then everyone's willing to take those Ozempic jabs.
Because you see Oprah.
You look at people.
Look at Oprah.
What's the benefit of the COVID vaccine? Anything? Do we know?
Nothing.
We
You
just
might
found out
have
it's the
fucking,
flu. CDC just
Yeah.
came out and said you do not need to quarantine. You get COVID.
Yeah.
Go out. It's funny. So I'm sitting at the grocery store today, walking up and down Whole Foods. I see 5 people wearing masks.
I saw a lot of people wearing masks.
And I wanted to go up to them and I said, because my question would be, why are you wearing a mask?
Right.
And assume it's COVID related.
Yeah.
They are then going to say, I don't want the symptoms of long COVID, blah, blah, blah. But CDC, which we've all been suspicious of their judgment around this particular, illness, has basically said, treat it like the flu.
Yep. No quarantine.
Okay, can we? I'm gonna be the wokey on the pod.
Yeah, we could spend.
Wear your mask then, you pussy.
We could. This
Go
could
wear your
literally.
mask!
We could jump in right now to a 2-hour conversation.
Yes.
We could, 100%.
Are you wearing a mask?
The virus has.
Why are people still wearing the mask then?
I don't agree with that.
You think people, say it now, people who wear a mask now are idiots.
I would say I would not wear a mask.
But do you think people who wear one are idiots?
Everyone do whatever they want. I don't care.
But you could do whatever you want, but you could call them an idiot. Call them an idiot.
People who are not immune compromised, who are fully healthy and wear a mask.
I saw healthy white males walking around Whole Foods.
Can you say the H?
What?
Say the H.
What's H? White.
You got to really lean into
Like
it.
tall
It's a
white
new
males wearing a fucking mask
No,
in West
so-
Hollywood.
Yeah.
COVID in 2020 is very different than COVID in 2024.
I didn't say that. I said that
That's
right
true.
now they're telling you it's the flu.
Yes,
Right.
the 2024 COVID strain that has been
Yes.
completely diminished is different than
There's
2020.
a mistake happening right now where everyone's saying like, see, it was always the flu.
Yeah.
And like, that's not
That's not
really-
true.
No, it's
2 million
evolved. It's
people
evolved.
died.
I agree
I mean, the
with
flu
that.
today, the normal flu is the Spanish flu
Yeah.
that killed however many people.
Yeah.
This is what happens with viruses. So I think there's this unfortunate thing happening where everyone's like, I got deleted for saying it was the flu
Yeah.
3 years ago.
I don't
It
think
was
people should have
deadly.
been. It
I'm
is
sure
a
it
flu
was,
though.
no, it was deadly in
But it was a
2020.
flu. Flu killed people.
No, not at the rate that
No, Spanish flu killed more people.
Spanish flu
Right.
definitely killed people.
I'm just saying it is still technically a flu.
It doesn't matter what the name of what you want to call it.
Yeah.
People died in the orders of millions of people around the world.
Yes.
Yeah, but we don't know the real numbers,
It could be 10 times.
Could be 10 times less.
Less. I think it was bad, but I do think, look, I can laugh and say, except for the one thing I don't like, kind of bums me out is this whole vaccine thing. Like, there's also like a report that came out about like the VAERS report and like all the adverse, like we're going to start to get that information, I think, in the next year, especially with election time coming.
Wait till Ozempic results come out.
I know, but this is
very
like
different.
At least Ozempic, people have been using that for diabetes for a long time, and so they have that data. I think this was a game of fucking
The chance.
Russian roulette with heart palpitations. Either you get it or you don't. I think it's going to come out that it was really bad, but I do think obviously it was worse than the flu. There
I
was
think
something,
majority of
but
people actually agree with you, Drama. I don't think majority of people.
I think majority of people don't understand the data.
No,
I don't think we know
disagree.
I don't think we know
No, the data was very clear. 2020, millions of people were dying all around the world.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Vaccine
But that
came
doesn't-
out, and it fell off a cliff.
Okay, so let me just tell you. Let me tell you a couple things that make me a little.
Africa, these places didn't shut down.
But here are some things that
they never took the vaccine.
Not about shutting down.
No one in
People
Africa took the vaccine.
But here's what
Zero
makes me
people in Africa
suspicious.
took
What
the
makes me suspicious, I just am saying, is we know. Okay, do you agree, Anand, that some of the deaths were
characterized
as COVID deaths that weren't? Like if you died in a car wreck with COVID, it was labeled as a COVID death.
Sure.
Okay.
I think
so there was some funny business going on.
Yeah, of course. But you're talking on the margins, though.
Right. Yes. But
Maybe.
what I'm saying is
It's not 50%.
it's not 50. But let me give you an example. Is they obviously wanted everyone to take this vaccine so badly. Like we know that too, right? Ban travel, ban everything. You got to take the vaccine. All that I'm saying is it would be really easy to mess with some of that reporting to show a trend that deaths are falling off a cliff after everyone gets the shot, and to not report on anyone who was injured from the vaccine. I mean, I know people who had obvious vaccine injuries, and there's.
Do you really?
I really do. 100%.
Yeah.
Like of your age?
Yes.
Not 70-year-olds?
No, it's worse for, like, it was worse for like 25-year-olds.
Yeah. So what was the injury?
The main one that I saw very closely was horrible, like cardiac, palpitations that sent.
If you're denying that's insane.
Sent a 31-year-old girl
I'm
to
denying that's a possibility.
And had to wear
I'm
a
just
pacemaker.
asking you.
A 31-year-old that had to start wearing a pacemaker.
And you think it's because of the vaccine?
There's no question. It was directly after. And that's one of the most common side effects.
Yeah, that's known.
But look, we just don't. This is the thing. I won't fight here about like the vaccine was, but I'm saying we know nothing about that data. We know nothing. Like you can say how many people died. You can say how much it fell off from vaccine. You can't say one thing about how many people got heart palpitations, how many people got blood clots, how many people got, what's the heart damage? Myocarditis. The number isn't zero. What's the number? How come we have no idea?
Because it's liability.
Right. That's all I'm saying. I just wish all the information was clear. Because I do feel now, I know we talked about this probably 6 months ago, I had a slightly different take. Today, I sincerely wish I would not have taken it.
100% me too.
Because I think there's a minor
especially
ticking time bomb
at
issue.
our age.
No,
we're relatively healthy people.
I
wish I would have taken it.
And I do feel duped and lied to and tricked.
It's a 6-month time bomb, right?
They don't know. They honestly don't know because it could have done damage to organs that wouldn't show up until later. So they won't know. Like if an increase in kidney failure starts happening to 50-year-olds that got vaccinated when they were 30, they don't know.
Look, everyone has to make their own decision.
Yeah, we made a bad
100%.
one.
I think I made a great one.
But we got tricked,
I never got sick.
We definitely got tricked. We got scared.
I never got sick. I never had to go to the hospital.
You're allowed to have your opinion.
Yeah.
You thought it was a good decision. We think it was a bad decision.
Yeah, there's no,
That's fine.
I wouldn't like argue you on it. I'm just saying that when you say like, oh, the data is clear, that we only have such a fraction of the data.
Version of the data. They're
I
only
think
showing it from Pfizer's version.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the data is clear in terms of the deaths falling off after 2021.
But that would have happened organically because of.
We don't know that.
But now it's the flu. So 3 years
hundreds
later,
of millions of people, 1 billion people got vaccinated.
I know, but like a 7
Across the
billion
world.
didn't. A 7 billion didn't then.
but also if
So
3
why
years
did we have to get vaccinated?
if 3 years later it is the flu and there's no quarantine guidelines, you would think less people would die a year after.
The virus has diminished in
That shit was all
potency.
fake. It was bullshit.
Right, but I'm saying, don't you think the virus also diminished in potency a year later?
We got the vaccine a year later.
Right.
Yeah. So we didn't have to take it.
That's what I'm saying. Is some of the
damage is
decrease
done.
in deaths, some of them could have been. I don't deny that the vaccine did nothing. I don't think it did nothing. I think it
it basically just. I mean, look, we don't need to go down this route.
We just need to. I just want to. I just wish.
Comment put in the YouTube comments. Let's see what you have to say.
Put in the YouTube comments. I have no problem. I took, I think, 3 vaccines and I'm perfectly healthy.
Yeah. I am not mad about it. I wouldn't argue on it for long. I just feel like let me just say this. I feel like a lot of damage was done in the way that whole thing went. Now people are dunking and saying it was the flu all along. And like, that's not right
true.
either.
That's not true.
And like the whole
That's
thing.
definitely not true.
Right. But
can we make that clear?
Yeah, that's clear. That's clear with us.
First year.
I mean, our listeners are going to believe it or they're not. That's our take.
It wasn't the flu. Hundreds of millions of people died around the world.
100 millions of people died.
No, they don't die from
Spanish
the
flu. They did.
Yes, that's the fucking
flu.
That's
it was the flu, though.
But that is very dangerous. That was 100 years ago.
It's still the flu.
Doesn't matter what you want to call it. You can call it whatever you want.
I'm calling it the
100 million people died.
Here's all I'm saying, and I think we would agree on this. The take that is happening now, that is, all along, this was the common flu, and they were lying to us, I think is wrong.
Yes.
100% wrong.
Now, how much worse than the flu was it actually? If you actually saw the real death numbers versus the flu, how come flu numbers were essentially zero during COVID? There's a lot of questions.
Like, by the way, post Ozempic, there's no chance any COVID anything would have the impact it would because everyone's healthy.
I think COVID's,
I think
Ozempic's going to be a Purdue Pharma $10 billion, $20 billion lawsuit.
No, absolutely not.
I predict it 100%. There'll be a 10 billion
this is what I don't
plus.
understand.
No,
Why do you get kind of fired up about Ozempic?
He just wants it to be because if he's anti-pharmaceutical, you should be against vaccines.
No,
100%.
It's not about anti-anything.
Yes.
I just know when you start jabbing people with Ozempic.
What about vaccines?
But what about the vaccine?
No. Hold on.
Why are you perfectly fine with the vaccine?
You're okay with the vaccine?
No.
Ozempic's been studied for fucking 10 years.
We'll see. $10 billion lawsuit.
But why? Can you explain this one thing to me? Why are you have like your target on Ozempic, but then when we talk about Pfizer or whatever, you're
I don't need to be on it. I'm fit.
I know, but
answer my damn question.
You can't answer the question. You can't.
What's the answer?
Why do you get kind of like it's coming? I'm telling you, blah 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 about Ozempic, but not about
because debts fell off a cliff.
So will Ozempic.
Yeah, Ozempic. But how many people are probably not dying from
cardiac issues?
We'll see.
I think
it's funny that you're a skeptic on Ozempic.
I think Ozempic's the biggest scam.
But you don't think the COVID vaccine was?
No, I think if you just look at the data, once vaccines rolled out.
Look at the data of Ozempic. We've seen people reduce from diabetes.
Once
GDP is up because of this.
Can you look at 21 deaths on COVID, please?
What are you looking at?
2021 deaths versus 2020.
I know, but there's too many X factors.
You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong on the comparison.
Not wrong. The data's the data.
No, but the virus gets weaker over time. We know that.
But here's the other thing.
The way it spreads, if you know science, that's how it spreads. It just gets weaker.
I'm with Taylor and Mr. Pfizer. You can be with Aaron Rodgers. All good.
No, we're going with Team Ozempic.
No, but you can't
Ozempic is having an impact on GDP.
Yeah, Ozempic's going to have
I disagree.
I just don't understand. I think
that doesn't make sense.
I think both are sketchy.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you pick one and not the other.
Because it doesn't fit his narrative.
It's not a narrative.
Woke disease.
Debts fell off. That's all I can point to.
That's exactly
right.
But
how many people died or got myocarditis from the vaccine?
I think it's marginal.
Exactly.
I think they could have had it either way.
But what if you found out it wasn't?
What's that?
What if you found out it wasn't?
What do you mean?
What if you found out 1 in 1,000 people got myocarditis?
I would take that risk.
So Ozempic will be far less, let me tell you.
But what if an Ozempic person says, yeah, but I'd take that risk?
That's fine. They can.
Right,
and
but aren't they at least equal?
He thinks it's worse. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You know your woke narrative is out.
Yeah, you're getting crushed on this one.
You're going to smile.
I know.
You know.
Wokeness is screwed on this one. Let's move on. Let's go eat. Let's talk about cereal for breakfast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You think that's better?
I think Ozempic is the best thing in the world.
I mean, I guess you can have both. You can have cereal for dinner
can't. You
and
eat.
Ozempic.
Yeah, but
that's the whole point of Ozempic. You don't eat.
No, you just have one bowl.
You just have one bowl. You don't have 6.
You have 5. Come on.
So the Kellogg CEO came out a few weeks ago, and in regards to inflation, mentioned that we are seeing an increase in consumer demand because folks are eating cereal for dinner.
Right.
And
this guy just stepped in shit on accident.
Unfortunately, it was just a horrible comment.
He just CEO talked Like, well, I think that would actually be great.
Yeah.
Cereal for dinner? That sounds fantastic.
The irony is, I was very influenced by Jerry Seinfeld as a teenager.
Yeah.
He ate cereal for dinner. And I ate a lot of cereal for dinner in college and post-college. But the consumer today did not take likely to that. And there is already early signs of a
Boycott?
Bud Light-esque boycott
Of cereal or Kellogg's? Like, are they specific?
Kellogg's products in general.
Wow.
Kellogg's owns a big Kellogg's and General Mills basically own the cereal aisle in a national grocery store.
Yeah.
And someone commented, and this is how these things start, where they interviewed someone in the aisle and said, "I'm just eating eggs for breakfast."
Mm-hmm.
Then someone listens to this podcast and is like, "Yeah, fuck Kellogg's," and then next thing you know, 10 million people stop eating Kellogg's and they're fucked.
You got to be careful. Especially if you're one of these big, corporations.
Who's eating cereal?
What?
Who's eating cereal?
That's
I
Bubble.
love cereal.
You're Bubble talking.
I mean, I love it, but like
all the angry dads that you're talking about.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said all those angry dads that you're talking about.
I love cereal.
I mean, I love cereal, but I know I'm not supposed to eat it.
I know everyone's eating cereal.
Right. But yeah, I think middle America's loving their cereal.
I don't even think Middle America. I saw a camping trip. Everyone's eating cereal.
You do not have cereal at your house.
There's
no
we
chance.
just have organic puffs from fucking Whole Foods, but we do have cereal.
It's not Kellogg.
Corrine downs cereal.
A lot of people cereal.
Midnight. Shove cereal at midnight.
Great metabolism. Good for her.
True. Bubble. Yeah, look at it. Go to the grocery store. You know what that shelf space costs. They're blowing through cereal.
I wish I could eat cereal. I know I can't.
I love
Why?
cereal.
No, meaning I'll get fat.
Yeah. Well, so now, God, this guy just stepped in shit. It's just like, because also the problem is not like you're feeding people poison, but also inflation. Like everyone's like, hey, we're struggling here. Maybe we have to eat some cereal because we can't, our egg price went up or whatever. And this guy's out here celebrating.
Yeah. It's just a dumb
he fucked up.
statement.
It doesn't.
I'm always shocked at how easy it is to fumble when you're,
right.
Especially you're a consumer business.
I still think the world is like really, really, really adjusting, or the CEO world, to the internet.
Yeah.
Like the fact that something can go viral and people can just
shit on you.
Like that never used to be the case.
I'm shocked that he didn't, I'm always shocked that Kellogg's a huge company. There's no one in PR. They couldn't anticipate this question.
Right. But in CEO speak, he's saying all the right things.
Kid Rock and Rogan. Did you?
I know. But what's funny is the audience is turning on them for that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like they're like, you're not going to fucking trick us. Fuck you guys too then.
Yeah.
Kid Rock said he was like talking with the CEO of Anheuser-Busch with Trump.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, of course. They probably paid all of them $20 million, but like the sales are actually still down.
Yeah. People aren't falling for it.
Yeah.
Shane Gillis, Rogan, and Kid Rock can't save Bud Light.
And they just re-upped or, did a huge sponsorship deal with the UFC.
UFC, yeah.
Everything UFC is Bud Light.
Oh, okay. We got to end on this. Sydney Sweeney did SNL.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
I cannot believe. I mean, talk about cultural impact SNL has had in 2 weeks. They went with Shane Gillis and Sydney Sweeney.
But how powerful are those tits? I mean, the fact that you're just your tits. It's just her cleavage was out.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it worked.
And the memes were in.
Once again, bet on weight loss, bet on Ozempic, bet on tits.
Yes.
And my boy, Glenn Powell, was there.
At the taping?
He did a
skit.
That's amazing. But it's literally, I mean, am I wrong? It's just her tits.
Yes.
Good for her.
I mean,
God bless America, you know?
America is so back.
Yeah.
Just whites.
I said it.
Yeah, you did.
I told you guys. You guys didn't believe me. You guys thought I was crazy. I know. I am in the heartland. I know how this country thinks.
You're a trend spotter.
It's very obvious that it was
kind of crazy that SNL is back. It feels
SNL,
fully back.
But next week, no one cares. They can't keep this up. The tits are so lucky.
And Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis, incredible. Well done. So hard to keep that up, though.
Who's the next white?
You just can't. That Shane
Joe
Gillis
Rogan.
story was
Yeah,
too
Joe
good.
Rogan.
You could get Joe Rogan.
If
You're
you
right.
got Joe
one more
Rogan,
week.
you'd be on.
You could get Joe Rogan, Russell Brand. You get 2 more weeks.
RFK,
Ben Shapiro.
Trump.
Right. You gotta.
I'm saying,
It's a hot summer. It could be a hot summer.
Yeah, full of whites.
Yeah, I'm saying. I think you could squeeze out.
Did you see the clip of? So the Warriors played the Knicks on Saturday night. It was like the headline game, and after the game, Steph Curry was walking, and Shane Gillis goes like, "Hey, I'm Shane," and Steph's like, "Dude, I know who you are."
Yeah.
And they like broed it out, and like the whites are hot.
Yeah, because Shane Gillis is also like white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not a white guy. He's a white guy.
Yeah.
And then Sydney Sweeney, white. Yeah. All
That was a good prediction, huh?
It was good.
Yeah, like that.
Your 2024 prediction: whites are back.
Yeah.
No, I can't even say the H. I don't have that ability. What is it?
I grew up with it. I'm sure there's Indian words you can say that I can't. White.
Wow.
The trick is it's actually kind of the H before the W.
Okay.
White.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they keep the ball rolling here, but you
I
got
think
2
there's
hot
enough.
weeks.
I think you're sleeping on how many people we have still left to
But
go.
would they really go? I mean,
Dana White? Nelk Boys?
Dana White.
Oh yeah, the Nelk Boys could definitely do it.
Oh my God. If they just went full fucking
Theo Vaughn?
Theo Vaughn, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You're right. They got a hot summer. You could do their booking.
Yeah.
What's the dude? Bert, the guy that takes his shirt off?
Kreischer, but people are kind of turning on him a little.
Really?
Brett? Brett or Bert?
Bert Kreischer.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. He still sells out stadiums, I think. But
Margot Robbie? Booker 3 times?
yeah,
Was the Sydney Sweeney skits, were they good?
no one watched it. They saw her say, "Oh my God, this is so much fun! Thank you for guys for watching. This is so
That
great."
thing,
Tits.
what did that get? A
Tits,
billion
tits,
views?
tits. Yes.
That got a billion views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you saw how many impressions her tits got over the last 5 years, if you talk about Euphoria into like, you know, her movie run, but
And what was the show?
Euphoria.
No, before that.
That was it.
No. Fuck, I'm blanking.
I don't know.
White Lotus.
Oh, she was on White Lotus?
She was in White Lotus in the Hawaii show.
Oh, she was. That was after Euphoria.
Oh, what's it after?
Euphoria, White Lotus.
Okay.
And then last night was 1 billion
Great run.
tit impressions.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to me that like you can't, you know, like we have AI, we have robots. We're talking about like driverless cars, but like just some big old tits still shut the conversation down.
We're at
war, we're in multiple wars.
We mentioned this so many times. The theme. Okay, Ozempic is more powerful than AI by fucking 1,000%.
Yeah.
If the world gets healthier physically, there's nothing AI can do that's going to be more powerful.
Yep.
Mark Zuckerberg started taking some jujitsu lessons.
Yep, kicking ass.
And the stock went up
Fighting. So fighting.
$1 trillion. Mm-hmm. $1 trillion.
Fighting, tits, weight loss.
It's really
That's
simple.
white.
Yeah. White culture. Fighting and tits.
Fighting tits is white culture.
We're back.
I told you. I said you.
Oh, shit.
The
Okay.
pendulum has swung.
Incredible. All right. Should we end with a shout out?
Shout outs from Amber. Shout out to Anand for Bitcoin breaking 60,000. I
Yeah.
host a personal finance and lifestyle podcast for women called Old Money. Will you please be a guest and break it down for our rich girls? Rich girls equals Kathy's. Okay.
Okay.
I'd love to be a
community
guest.
needs you.
I'd love to be a guest.
Yeah, go tell them. Just go, just show up and say, I told you so, and then take off. So let me tell you about Drake. Let me tell you what I said about Drake in 08.
And Diddy too.
Oof. That's heating up. Did you guys talk about the new lawsuits?
Do you think he has a potential to go to jail?
I do now.
Who?
Diddy.
Yeah, I said Diddy will 100% be in jail.
Like, we're going to see scruffy, gray-bearded Diddy
Locked up.
mugshot.
Yeah, 100%.
I
He's
really
going
think
to jail.
that's coming. That's wild.
100% going to
crazy.
jail.
Did you see that now the lady or whatever that got shot
Yeah.
with Shine made a TikTok like it was Diddy who shot me.
Yeah.
It wasn't Shine. Like they're just when it rains.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Shine
I
went
don't
to jail for
believe
like 10
Shine
years.
Did it.
Mhm.
I
I don't
believe
think
it.
anyone ever did, but it was never like spoken about.
Yeah.
And it's just, once again, the internet. Like that person who was shot is somewhere with a TikTok account.
It said, fuck it.
And it's like, fuck it. It was Puff Daddy.
Yeah, he's toast.
But it's bad. I think it's bad.
We'll never see him again. Never. Done.
The fact that we're going to, I do believe we're going to see him. Like, you know, you see those videos of like, I guess Weinstein's a bad example because he always looked like shit, but like
Saddam Hussein in the ditch.
Right.
Gaddafi.
Like people degrade so quickly.
Yeah, when you're going down.
Right. And I just feel like we're going to get that shot of Puff.
Yeah.
Where do you think he is right now? So like, obviously he's super
a mile
rich.
from here, fucking pacing around his living room.
Yeah.
Like we're fucked, aren't we?
Do you think he's in Miami or LA?
It's a good question. I bet he probably has better relationships in LA. Police will let him know. Newsom. He hoped Obama get elected.
Karen Bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet Florida, they're like, you're with us, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to take you
They're
down.
like, you killed Biggie? We're out of here.
Yeah. It's crazy though. I mean, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's toast.
Okay. All right. Well, there we go. Sunday
Give me the
episodes.
timeline. What's the over under till he's toast?
Okay, so this guy just filed a lawsuit. The problem too is this stuff's all recent.
Yeah.
This guy said he shot a guy fucking 2 years ago.
Yeah. Wait till the 10 years ago and 20 years ago if shootings come out.
But that's what I'm saying. You're still shooting people?
Yeah.
I mean, he almost beat up Amanda.
Right.
Should be in the suit.
Yeah, file one. Let's hop on.
Yeah.
What's the
How
over under?
long?
Is it a year, 18 months, 2 years,
I think
3
it's
years?
like 18 months.
I think 2 years is like the photo that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like it's over. The beard's gray. The official fall from grace.
CZ got locked up. That was my call.
Are you
You
on
know what's
this one?
funny is the internet is saying that Jay-Z is next.
I know, I saw that too.
Yeah,
I don't believe that because I think Jay-Z handles himself.
But what are they accusing him? I saw that
I have
too.
no idea.
There's gnarly stuff. I mean, similar stuff. I think they're accusing him of underage stuff. There's an accusation that he had a side piece killed. There's wild shit, but not quite like he's not like shooting people in the studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he also like hangs out with Obama.
Yeah.
I just think Diddy's like a little more
Reckless. Yeah.
reckless.
Yeah. I think Jay-Z, nothing happens. Because
No.
I think
I hope not. I
don't
love
think so.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, but what if he's guilty?
Yeah, if he's guilty, then he's guilty. Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think anything happens to Jay-Z, but I do think Puff gets it.
yeah, I'm
Do you guys both think Puffy's gonna?
100%. I think he'll be in
Puff's
jail.
going to jail. We've seen enough.
Jail. This guy became a billionaire.
Yeah. You have a hot picture with him?
Yeah.
I
don't
do
know if you
too.
call it hot now. After,
I do too.
what
It's
we
on my
read.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, Nas,
still up there?
Chance.
Yeah.
It's still posted?
That's posted.
Oh man, that's great.
Damn, look at you, criminal.
Everyone take Anand down, man.
Yeah.
That's like
What,
when
what
they,
were you doing that night?
right. Okay. Well, hell of a time.
Yeah, well, last thing, I went to the Lakers Clippers game on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Why is everyone wearing sunglasses courtside?
It looks better.
So the haters can't.
I mean, Jack Nicholson's been wearing sunglasses for 40 years. Son.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
So
you
the
can't
haters
watch the
can't
game.
see you.
He watched it. He knew what was going on.
No, I think your eyes adjust. I think it's bright. I think you adjust. The haters can't see, you know, what you're
I mean,
plotting.
you're talking
that's
people in the 70s were wearing
I'm not judging.
You
If
are
you were
judging.
You're
70s,
saying there's an uptick.
everyone was wearing sunglasses. I was literally the only person not wearing sunglasses.
You must have been a loser.
Yeah, you should wear sunglasses next time. I think it's a, you know, it's a status symbol.
Jay-Z was wearing sunglasses. We talked about what's he looking
Right.
at?
He doesn't want, you know, doesn't want anyone to read his. There might be some prosecutors there.
I like it.
Yeah, if Bitcoin goes to 100K, you got to wear sunglasses at the next game.
Yeah.
Deal.
Deal.
Okay.
100K.
Might be tomorrow. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
We did
That's
it.
it.
Sunday episodes. They're the best. Go to our YouTube.
Comment.
Talk
shit.
I'm not a Trump guy, but whatever. I might get the shoes if I can get my hands on them.
If you sat courtside, would you wear sunglasses? Comment on that too.
I'd
Yeah.
wear 'em.
Yeah, I feel like you got to fit in. Win in Rome.
I might wear two. Like one above, one a little lower. So my whole face is blocked.
Right. You could be a trendsetter.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks for listening. See you later.